Minecraft 1.18.30 was one of the biggest updates the Bedrock version has seen in years. But let's be honest, it's quite broken. So yeah, welcome back. My name is Echo. This is also Echo, who's going to be our test dummy in today's video. So Minecraft Bedrock Edition has 1.18.30. It is now available on iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation. And yeah, it's not shy of a lot of issues. Now, if you've been experiencing some issues, I'm quite confident in today's video I will cover the main problems. Now, Bedrock Edition, all platforms, now has the RenderDragon engine. And yes, it's causing quite the problem. A big thank you to everyone on Twitter who has been sharing these issues with me. I do really appreciate it. It makes videos like this so much easier. Now, if you do have any more problems that I don't cover in today's video, go ahead and leave a comment down below and tell me the bugs and the issues you are having. Tell me the platform you are on, or you can just tweet me. It's just at ECKOSOLDIER. RenderDragon engine. It's causing a lot of lag. It's causing crashes. It is causing performance issues. Now, before anybody complains about this engine, yes, it is very, very buggy at the moment. But for the future of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, the RenderDragon engine is going to be very promising. On the current bug report, there is a huge listing here for RenderDragon decreases performance by a lot. I have experienced this issue. It has been happening for quite some time. Now, with the release of 1.18.30, all platforms are now experiencing this. It's very likely that the Bedrock version is probably going to get a hotfix. Maybe not this week, maybe not next week, but in the coming weeks, which will hopefully fix these issues. Not only is it a problem in full release, but it's been a problem in beta/preview for quite some time. There is a lot of information on this page, so there's no point in reporting this issue at this moment because the developers are well aware of this. As you guys know, Megaspud, Jay Wells, community manager, he has recently been updating some of the popular RenderDragon issues. So if you have been experiencing lag, crashes, or bugs, they are aware of it. But that brings us on to something that a lot of people are not happy about. Shaders no longer works on Minecraft PE/Bedrock Edition. So, as you know, Windows 10, this version, has RTX, right? Now, not everyone can use RTX, but there was a way, a very, very sneaky way, that Minecraft PE/Bedrock players could use shaders. Now, it is physically not possible to have a fully functional shaders pack on the RenderDragon engine. On the official 1.18.30 changelog for the RenderDragon engine, this is what it says. With the release of RenderDragon for Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch, and Windows 10 UWP x86, HAL will no longer be available on these platforms. We know the community has found ways to build shaders on top of HAL. And with this change, these shaders will no longer function. We understand that this is a valuable feature for the players and the creator community. And we are working on how we may be able to deliver this sort of creative capability to players and creators in an official supported way. While we have nothing to share right now, look out for more details in the future. So what that means is, if you are using a previously active and fully functional shaders pack, your game is probably going to look something very similar to this. It's going to be broken because shader functionality is entirely not possible anymore. I'm quite disappointed with Mojang here. So not only did they force RTX ray tracing upon us, but not give it to Xbox players, we actually found out a way to get shaders fully active and working, and they've now removed that functionality without replacing it. Now again, shaders are a huge part of the community. This should have been in discussion before releasing the RenderDragon engine. The future is promising using this engine, but again, it's more features that are being removed. Also, I've just found another bug. If I hit B to show you guys the emotes, you can see these two characters, but 3, 4, and 5, and 6, regardless of showing different kinds of emotes and different functionalities, it doesn't show you the animation ability. So yeah, that's another bug. So there is currently a very game-breaking issue with PvP and Thorns, and this is PvP with Thorns armor enchantment crashes your game. So like I said, I brought to you my friendly ECKOSOLDIER brother who is going to participate in helping me crash Minecraft. Here is the bug report. PvP with Thorns armor enchantment crashes the game. The developers are aware of this, probably going to be fixed in some kind of hotfix. Let me show you how to crash your game, or should I say, let me show you how to not crash your game. In order for this to work, you or your friend is going to need Thorns 3 and an axe. I'm going to put this on for me. Now, the same is actually been done with my other account, which is this one right here. So be prepared for this to crash. If you have an axe and you're in survival, and you attack a player, as you can see, the game is crashed. Thorns will completely crash your game. Not only is the RenderDragon causing lag, crashes, and performance issues, not only did they steal shaders from us, we now have to tread on eggshells when it comes to PvP. Now, one thing I want to mention is that you can attack your friend. No, you can't. I was going to say with your fists. It doesn't just seem to be a problem with axes. It just seems to be any form of PvP will make this happen. Now, I haven't tried this on servers or realms. Let's hope it's just solo worlds, and let's hope it gets hotfixed very, very soon. So I'm not going to be attacking my friendly ECKOSOLDIER anymore. Talking about servers, you may have experienced this. Textures change to pink when playing for a long period of time. This has been a problem since 2020. Now, a lot of people think that this is server owners' fault. It is not. This is a Minecraft bug that has been a problem for quite some time. They fix it, it happens again, it fix it, happens again. So basically, you may experience, on occasions, whatever server you're playing on, that everything is pink. You have pink blocks, pink players, pink UI. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. But everything is pink, and they just can't seem to fix this issue at all. Now, with the introduction of 1.18.30, this bug is back, and this bug is very, very active. This is happening across all the Bedrock versions. Whether you are on iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox, Switch, or PlayStation, it has been happening. And if that's not broken enough, let me show you this one. Horse texture completely bugs out / glitches. This is for iOS and Android players, to be specific. Now again, it is available on the bug tracker, but check this out. You physically end up with like an entity which is just literally pixels. You can see it's happening here as well, and over here. People have had it happening to their maps as well, but this is what your horses will look like on occasions on iOS and Android. And again, this is all down to the RenderDragon engine. I found this one on Twitter. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. It's like the coding has squished the whole entire horse texture together, that it's starting to look like pixels. It reminds me of that cheat / glitch that you could do in the original Pokemon games to get unlimited rare candies. But yeah, it's very broken. Now be very careful with this next issue, because people are experiencing corrupted / broken worlds in 1.18.30. Now, if you want my honest opinion, I would probably avoid your favorite worlds in 1.18.30. But if you do play in your favorite worlds, because I know you guys love Minecraft, right? Then my advice would be to, every single time you play the world, back it up. This is not only an issue in 1.18.30, but it's also an issue in the latest betas and previews. Basically, your worlds will start to look like this. Now, again, it will cause lag. In some cases, it will cause crashes. In some cases, it can cause corruption. So, again, for those people who have incredible worlds like the pictures you can see here, my advice would be to back up, save your worlds, just avoid the possible chance of ruining your worlds. And again, things like this alone are the reason why we need a hotfix. Check this one out. Warden attacks Warden in 1.18.30. So I don't entirely know if this is classed as a bug or not, but the first thing we have here is that the Warden digs instantly down. We knew that this was going to be a thing in this release because it doesn't like daylight currently on the Minecraft current versions. It's basically an undead mob currently, so it's avoiding that. So let's get this prepared. Now this can take a few minutes to actually happen. I've hidden other Echo in the sky there, but if we have a Warden and we have another Warden, they will actually sniff each other out until they start fighting. It doesn't happen instantly, but honestly, I'm just going to show you this because I think it's kind of funny. Now what will happen here is one Warden will get angry, then the other one will get angry. I know the textures are freaking out right now. Then nothing will happen. Then they will get angry again. And then they'll start to attack each other. He's like, hey, I could do that. Ready? And there you go. If you've ever wanted to see who would win between a Warden and a Warden, well, you can see it in action there. Also, the textures are freaking out so badly right now. Let me get myself some milk real quick. Oh, okay. So not only will they begin to fight each other, they'll probably get bored and then bury underground. Can you get rid of the darkness effect? Yeah, you can. So yeah, Wardens will attack Wardens. Now this next problem, it isn't a huge one. It's kind of funny to be honest with you, but some dyes have the wrong output title. So let me show you this one. Things like cornflower, wither rose, and bone meal are a couple as an example. Now, one thing I want to show you is if we go in here and type in black dye, it's like it's basically been removed from the game. So what's happened here is if you turn a cornflower, as you guys know, turns it into blue dye. Wrong. Cornflower turns it into lapis lazuli. That should not happen. It turns it into lapis. So obviously that's a strange issue there, that the cornflower doesn't turn it into blue, turns it into lapis. As you guys know, the wither rose turns it into black dye. Wrong. It turns it into an ink sac. And this is the same thing with, sorry, got the wrong one here. We need bone meal. I think it's bone meal. We grab, see, yeah, there's the problem. You type in bone meal and you have two sets of bone meal. So strangely enough, bone meal produces bone meal instead of white dye. Just a slight issue. Again, if you're having problems looking for specific dyes and you're like, what on earth is going on? That is why. Another problem with horses. Horse armor still appears on horses after removing it, or doesn't appear on horse after putting it on. Seems to be an issue only in 1.18.30. It's kind of interesting this though, because remember when mobs and horses were despawning in the last major update? It seems like mobs constantly have problems. Anyway, you can see here that they've got the horse armor on. However, you'll notice that even if they take, so you can see the horse armor there, see, horse armor on, horse armor's there. They take it off, the horse still has the armor on. And again, it seems to be a problem on multiple platforms. It's not just one. And again, it has been fixed before, and now it's back again. Game freezing on Nintendo Switch since 1.18.30. Again, platform Nintendo Switch, the same outcome is happening to PlayStation as well. Again, it's like chunk errors, but for the Switch version, it's happening to a point where your game will just completely freeze and you're not able to play it at all. So, yeah, 1.18.30 is not shy of issues for everyone. Now, I know most of you are aware that Spectator mode is currently active in the most recent version, 1.18.30. Now, how you activate this is jump in creative, because otherwise it's not going to work. You do /game mode 6, which will enable Spectator mode. First thing to mention here is it does put you in survival/creative at the same time. It works slightly different compared to beta/preview in terms of like chunk loading. Now, it's not perfect, and if you go ahead and try and report issues on the bug tracker, it will be deleted. Developers have said that they know that this is very early stages, so they're not taking any feedback regarding this. However, this is going to mean in the future of Bedrock Edition, we get hardcore mode. So you can see it's slightly bugged out, and you can see that I'm losing water, oxygen. Again, it's not perfect, but having any form of spectator mode on the Bedrock version is very, very promising. So if you wasn't aware, not fully active, but it is working. And again, the future for Bedrock can be promising, even with the RenderDragon engine. So there's been a lot of questions as to whether fireflies will be introduced to Minecraft in 1.19. We haven't had any changes to the birch forest. However, for the Bedrock version, if you type in this command, which is /effect, we do @p, and then we do these bracket type things, we do equals, and we type in firefly, you'll see here that firefly is actually available inside the coding. Now, whether this has just been left in the coding and was intended for the Bedrock version and then they like pulled it out, nobody knows. So yeah, there's 2 extra things I just wanted to cover in today's video. Now, if you have noticed any more issues, I would like to work on a part 2 of things broken in 1.18.30. So yeah, if you have these issues, I just want to let you all know that you're not alone. It's me, it's the other Echo, it's everybody experiencing these issues. All I can say is hopefully a hot fix is coming sooner rather than later. So yeah, 1.18.30, big update, broken update. Let's hope things get fixed. I'll see you all in the next video.